everybody. Happy Saturday to you. This is author Vivian E. Moore, and welcome to Book Chat. I am so happy to be here with you this weekend, the weekend before the 4th of July. I know everyone has holiday plans, and so a lot of you may be celebrating today as opposed to waiting until Tuesday to celebrate the 4th of July holiday. I hope that if you are celebrating today that you're having a wonderful day. I know it rained just a tad bit earlier, and it was definitely a gully washer, but the sun is back out again now, and so I hope that it didn't put out too many barbecue pit fires. I hope that maybe you were able to put a cover over your grills to keep the fire from going out. But anyway, before we get to today's show, I want to do what we always do. I want to give out some URLs. And so, of course, we're going to start with the first one, and that's for Spreaker. And it is https://www.spreaker.com/user/author Vivian E. Moore. And of course, if you want to check me out on Facebook, please follow me, like me. My Facebook address is https://www.facebook.com/Vivian E. Moore. And if you want to check out my Pinterest page, of course, that is https://www.pinterest.com/Vivian Moore 48. My Twitter handle is God's Property 46. And I have a lovely Instagram page for you to go and check out. That one is https://Instagram.com/God's Property 51. And if you want to check out my website, I recommend that you do. It, of course, is https://VivianMoore.wixsite, that's WIXSITE.com/author Vivian Moore. And also, please check out my blog. I have quite a few on there, and that address is VivianEMoore.blogsite, that's BLOGSITE.com. And if you want to send me emails, you can do so at authorvivianemore@gmail.com. And also, I am now on iTunes. And if you will go to my Instagram page, every Saturday I always post what the show is going to be about, what we're going to be talking about on the show. And I give all of the URLs, I list them all there in that post on Instagram, because the post for iTunes is quite long. So if you go to my Instagram page and just click on it, on that URL, it'll take you straight to it. So that will save you quite a bit of time of having to write down all this information, because like I said, it is a very long one, and it'll save me from having to tell you what it is if you would just go to the Instagram page, click on of course my Instagram, which is God's Property 51. And on Instagram you should be able to locate me, and also the message that I put out for today's show is out there. Okay, so without further delay, today's title is Thieves in the Temple. If you are a Prince fan like I am, then you know how popular this song was back in the day. It's still popular to this day, but that's not what we're going to be talking about. We're not going to be talking about Prince. We're going to be talking about Thieves in the Temple. And the title is, that was the title. The topic is protecting yourself against copyright infringement. All right, I want to read to you this passage of scripture that applies to today's show. And of course, it is from Matthew chapter 6, verse 19, and also chapter 6, verse 20, and I'm reading from the King James Version. Okay, so verse 19 says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. And then verse 20 says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. So this is apropos for today's show. So now we're going to get right into it, now that I've given you the scripture to let you know what this the topic is going to be about. Okay, so we're not coming from a biblical principle today, although it is certainly, it qualifies as sound logic regarding topic of conversation. And even if we're not talking, protecting your cash, your diamonds, your furs, and other valuables, the subject matter is still important. Pirating isn't just relegated to Disney franchises and old swashbuckler movies. We see and hear about these sorts of cases every day, and from blockbuster movies streaming across the internet and other devices, and music sampled to death illegally. Strangely enough, we tend to leave books from the list of stolen goods. However, they are among the most sought after treasures that book thieves search for. Now, I see it quite frequently across the different social media sites, and most potential poets and writers. They never suspect a thing when they post their poems and short essays for the world to see. I enjoy reading them, and so many others do as well. But while the unsuspecting authors of these noteworthy accomplishments, they only wish to share their work with the world, but there are thieves waiting for them to do so, to steal and to claim it as theirs. Hogwash, you say? No one actually does things like that. Well, I'm here to tell you they do. The reason this criminal activity goes unchallenged is that the originators remain unaware. Plagiarism is ubiquitous throughout the world, and we often don't view using information for whatever the purpose might be as such. Now, I remember in high school where I was given an assignment in English or perhaps a history class that required me to write a biography about an important historical figure of my choosing. And to aid me on my quest, I would go to the encyclopedia. Yes, we didn't have internet back then. I'm giving my age away. But anyway, I would go straight to the encyclopedias and with no clue that I was actually plagiarizing by copying whatever it said verbatim and then using it as my own. But it is what it is. It was plagiarism. It was copyright infringement. And, plagiarism and copyright, they're basically the same things. Both of those are using information without giving credit to the original author. Now, you'll find plagiarism more prevalent in school as far as the teachers or the professors who are monitoring that when you have to do papers. They check for plagiarism to make sure that you have not used or quoted something from someone else without giving them the proper due. So, and copyright infringement is just like that. It's the same principle where you are using someone else's material as your own, and you're not giving them the credit for using their information. Now, this is the definition of copyright infringement, just so you know. And it's basically copyright infringement is the use of works protected by copyright law without permission, infringing certain exclusive rights granted to the copyright holder, such as the right to reproduce, distribute, display, or perform the protected work, or to make derivative works. Okay? And what most artists don't realize is that there are laws to protect their treasured works of art called copywriting. That's a new word for you folks today. Copywriting, just in case you wasn't aware of it. Most all copyrights are issued through the United States Copyright Office, and they are protected and stored by the Library of Congress. Now, all of my work that I've published, and poetry as well, I have copywritten them through the Library of Congress. I protected myself because I did the homework. I did the research before I released one little bit of anything out there to the public, because I worked hard to write books, to tell stories, to write poetry, and I did not want anyone else trying to take credit for something that I put all my hard work into. So everything is copywritten, and you should do the same, because that's important. And I don't understand why you wouldn't want to protect your work. I mean, we protect our homes with insurance. We protect our health with insurance, our cars with insurance. So copyright protection is the same thing. It's insurance to guarantee against anybody trying to steal your work and to pass it off as their own, because it's very important. And just so you know, that was a direct quote from the Wikipedia, giving us the definition of what copyright infringement meant. Anyway, the United States Copyright Office and the position of Register of Copyrights were created by Congress in 1897. And the Register directs the Copyright Office as a separate federal department within the Library of Congress, under the general oversight of the librarian, pursuant to specific statutory authorities set forth in the United States Copyright Act. Earlier in the nation's history, from about 1870 to 1896, the Librarian of Congress administered copyright registration, and at that time mostly just books, directly. And earlier still, from 1790 to 1896, the U.S. district courts were responsible for doing so. Today, the Copyright Office is responsible for administering a complex and dynamic set of laws, which include registration, the recordation of title and licenses, and a number of statutory licensing provisions and other aspects of the 1976 Copyright Act and the 1998 Digital Millennium Copyright Act. And by statute, the Register of Copyrights is the principal advisor to Congress on national and international copyright matters, testifying upon request and providing ongoing leadership and impartial expertise on copyright law and policy. Now, I'm quoting this, which is just an overview of the Copyright Office. If I were dishonest, I would let you think that I actually wrote all of that information, but I didn't. I did copy and paste it, but it is from the Copyright Office. This is on their website, and this is just how easy it is to steal another's work and to claim it as your own. Now, I understand most people are unaware that copying and pasting material from the web and other places, they don't see it as a big deal. However, borrowing without permission, it's and not giving credit to the originator of the articles, the books, whatever the case might be, it is copyright infringement, and it is against the law. Now, I often advise friends and family who display their creations for the world to see to always protect their work. Listed below, I've listed quite a few of these or ways to do this. For more information about how to avoid copyright infringement, you can go to LegalZoom and you can visit it at https://www.legalzoom.com/articles/ how _to_avoid_copyright_infringement. You can click on that if you're going to read this post, because it will be uploaded to my blog. directly after I finish the show, you can click directly on this link and it'll take you there, and then you can find all about copyright infringement, as well as it will direct you to the Library of Congress, to the Copyright Office there, to show you how to get forms, because you can do everything electronically. You don't have to print anything out unless you want to, but they will send you your confirmation certificate once everything is complete. They'll send you confirmation to let you know that whether it was a manuscript or a poem or whatever it is that you had copywritten, you will get written notice of that. You will get it in a certificate to let you know that they did receive it, and this is your copy, to keep in your own personal files. Now, I realize how important it is to share this information with my fellow writers and authors, or just anybody who is just looking into writing something or maybe publishing poetry or something of that nature. Just coming up with new ideas for telling and writing stories can sometimes be challenging. And once you meet the demands and display your hard-earned work to the world, the last thing you need is someone else trying to take credit for your accomplishments. So be wise in all you do. Protect yourself and your work from thieves who will work harder to steal you blind. All right. So that's the message that I have for you today, folks. Copyright infringement. Look into it. It is very worthwhile, especially, like I said, if you are a new writer coming onto the scene. I know I've talked about a whole lot of other things that's dealing with writing, but I think copywriting is something that I really haven't touched bases on much, and it is very important. It's a very important part of the process when you are writing, and it is best to have your work copywritten first and foremost before you start submitting it to publishers for publication. Even if you're going to self-publish, you still need to make sure you get your work copywritten, because that is your guarantee that if someone should happen to infringe upon your work, that you have a leg to stand on, that you can prove that this was your original work and that it was stolen from you. So it's important to do that. And I just don't see anybody not trying to cover their work, because to have anything stolen from you, no matter what it is, whether it's a manuscript or a dime, a dollar, a penny, it doesn't matter. To have someone take something from you that is not theirs and to claim it as their own, that is a very disgusting, and it's a very hurtful thing too, especially if you can't prove it that it was yours. So, this is your way to ensure yourself against anyone trying to take your property, to take what belongs to you. And I hope that you will click on the link that is attached to this to today's transcript, and go out and get as much information as you can, because I just skimmed over it, because it's a lot of information to try to get within 15 minutes, and so I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to give you just an overview, and to just to whet your appetite just a little bit, to get you interested, so you can go and discover the information for yourself. So I hope that you will do that. Now, I hope that everybody is having a great weekend. I know that I am. I had a great day today. We had, of course, choir rehearsal this Saturday, and I've missed it. I'm thinking about 3 Saturdays in a row, because Saturday before last, of course, we went on a train trip, but we only do it every other Saturday, so that's why it was like 3 Saturdays in a row that we didn't get a chance to go out and rehearse for choir rehearsal. But today we did. We had a great time. We always do. Everybody came strong today, and just so thankful that we were able to all be on one accord, because that's what it's about, praising God and not ourselves. And of course, tomorrow is worship day, and I hope that that everybody plans on going out to church tomorrow because it is the first Sunday. And we have communion at our church on the first Sunday. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other churches do as well. And, take a family member with you. Take a friend with you. Someone who may not have a church home right now. They may be looking for a church home or just undecided as to what they want to do. Take them out to worship with you. And let them know that, yes, you can worship at home, but it is so much better to worship as a group, as a family, because we all need that foundation. And tell someone that you love them, because tomorrow is not promised, and today may be the only day that you have to let them know that. I love you. I hope you love me back. Until next week, God bless you and goodbye.